broadcasters. Welcome to episode 273 of the StreamYard Live Town Hall. My name's Geige. I'm here with Dan, of course. Dan, how are you doing?
No, I'm doing well. How you doing?
I'm also doing well. Happy Easter to all of you, to all of those, can't talk, to all of you who celebrate it. Yeah, super excited to be here. We have some fun new features to talk about tonight. And yeah, for anyone new here, Dan and I are the founders of StreamYard. We do these town halls every single Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific, and we do them for a few reasons. One is to stay in tune with all of you, go through the same flow that you all do with your own shows and productions. Two is to answer any of your questions. That's why we're calling it Ask StreamYard. So if there's anything you'd like us to touch on tonight, feel free to leave it in the chat, and we'll do our best to get to as many as we possibly can. And three, I always mention the three pillars of StreamYard, which are ease of use, stability, and professional streams. So if you're about those three things, StreamYard is the tool for you. See folks tuning in from all over the world tonight. Sorry to disappoint Chantel. That would have been a good idea. We should have brought the bunny ears. Hey, Andrew, nice to see you here. We have Chris, as usual, from Kentucky. Before I forget, we have some awesome shows on StreamYard. We have YouTube channel reviews with Dee and Daniel the second Saturday of every month. Really fun show. If you're looking to grow on YouTube, they do deep dives on individual folks' channels with helpful ideas on how to interpret your analytics, think about your audience, stuff like that. And then we have Enhance Your Live Streams the last Tuesday of the month with Nick Nibbin, who again is a pro when it comes to all things video. So check that one out for your specific live streaming questions. Then we have tons of other awesome content and shows on our YouTube and other social channels. So be sure to stay tuned there. And then one thing we've been doing at the start of these so that we get to know a little bit more about you and you get to know a little bit more about us is a fun fact. And the fun fact we had for tonight is, do you have a preference between, when it comes to your go-to word processing tool? Is that, Google Docs, Microsoft Word, or Apple Pages? What about you, Dan? Do you have a preference?
Yeah, I am definitely a Google Docs guy. How about you?
If I was limited to one, I think I'd have to go with Google Docs just because I've used it so much and for so long. I must say the overall Microsoft suite has grown on me for other use cases, especially like Excel and stuff. Obviously, that's not a word processor, but when it comes to like the set of tools. But yeah, I'd have to go with Google Docs.
Cool. That's fair. Yeah, I've never used Apple Pages as much. Keynote I'm pretty familiar with, and it's always been pretty good.
Yeah, Keynote is great. All right, I already see a ton of questions, so let's do a few questions, and I want to make sure we have time to get into some of the announcements for tonight. But then after that, we can get back to the questions. We have one from Derek Weber. Scary Stories says, does StreamYard offer a white balance tool in the editor? So we don't currently have a white balance tool, Derek, but I think that's a cool idea. It's definitely something we definitely want to add easy things in the editor to improve your ability to do what you want in post. So I'd say something that we're open to.
Yeah, it's definitely not like on our roadmap or anything right this second, but the type of thing that if a bunch of people wanted it, we'd definitely be open to it.
Absolutely. Christoph says, hey, sorry I can't be with you at the moment in France. I'd like to know if there will ever be a way to organize one's video library other than by date, because that could be really handy. Thanks. Do you want to take that one, Dan?
Yeah, it's definitely possible. I mean, right now, obviously, you can't, but we're certainly open to it, and I would like to extend that. I'd be curious what you'd want to order it by. That is useful for us to know. So if you can maybe just give me a sense of what things you'd like to order by. Like, is this something where you'd want to search by title or order by title, like alphabetically, some other format? That's useful to know. Or is it more filters that you want? Like, hey, show me the ones, that were live streams or live streams to YouTube. Like, is that what you're looking for? And same for anyone else who's ever wanted to be able to sort past broadcasts. Let me know how you'd want to sort those.
Absolutely. Let's see here. Euronos says AI shorts are great. Awesome, Euronos. Super glad that you're enjoying them. We're going to talk more. That was released last week, but we're still going to run through it again tonight. So excited to hear that. Keeping It Real with Dat Sports Podcast says, hello from Texas. If you guys could please find a way to add a scoreboard for those of us who use StreamYard to live stream our sports podcast and live stream games, would be a game changer. Yeah, absolutely. Keeping it real. Podcasts about live sports and is absolutely a use case that we love seeing. And there's tons of folks using StreamYard for that. And we understand how being able to incorporate things like a scoreboard would be helpful for that. And we are actively exploring ways to do that, whether it's through sort of giving you more tools to sort of implement that yourself, or but yeah, it is something that we're aware of and we'd like to add more support for. All right, let's do a couple more here, and then I want to get into some of the new stuff. D. Maria React says, I have a new basic account, but can't see how to remove the watermark. Help. Yeah, so D. Maria, the most common thing I usually see here is sometimes folks will upgrade, but then mistake which email they're using, and maybe you're logged into an account that is not the one you upgraded on. But support can help you figure that out. So if you just go to StreamYard.com/contact, we have 24/7 live chat. They'd be happy to help you figure it out. But once you're logged into the right account in the brand section, you just click it.
It'll remove it for you. Actually, as soon as you upgrade, it'll remove it for you. You won't even have to click it.
Gotcha.
If you maybe you or if there's someone else on your account has turned it back on, then yes, you will have to click it to turn it off. So I would try clicking it. But if it says, hey, upgrade, when you try to click it, it means you're not actually on a paid account. And like Geige said, that probably is because you might be logged into a different account.
Yeah. So yeah, I double check the email, D. Maria, and if you still can't figure it out, go to support and they can look at the billing stuff and help you figure out where the what account it actually is.
Yep.
Mad Mumsy says, any plans for on-demand webinars for On Air? I'm trying to find a workaround for now. Any suggestions? That's a good question, Mad Mumsy. I'd love to learn more about maybe the details there. So like you can do, like every time you do a StreamYard on, and for folks that aren't familiar with StreamYard On Air, it's basically StreamYard's a solution for doing webinars or private live streams. The same way that you can like stream on YouTube, you can do sort of a private webinar or a private live stream and even embed it on your own website. So after the webinar is over, you do have the option to keep it around as a video on demand or a VOD or whatever, and for folks to watch it after the fact. You can also do pre-recorded webinars that you stream out without you actually being part of them. So I'd be curious to learn where the gaps are for you, Mad Mumsy. Like what part of on demand, like what features with on demand are missing? Because you can definitely, like, is it like you want more registration options in post? Maybe. Yeah, I would just love to learn more details because yeah, we want to continue to build out On Air and support all those different use cases.
Yeah, or maybe like some kind of recurring pre-recorded webinar or something like that.
Yeah, let us know. All right, let's see what else we have here. Mika says, how much is StreamYard? We have various plans, Mika. If you go to StreamYard.com/pricing, there's a full layout there. The first entry point is $25 a month for the basic plan. Yin Yang says, can I broadcast onto Instagram if I create an Instagram account? Yes, that's one thing that it was, definitely was a hot topic before, was the ability to stream on Instagram. Unfortunately, Instagram did open that up. So we do have a support doc to walk you through how to do that. It's not the easiest thing in the world, but hopefully it will get easier. But if you change your account to have the correct settings and whatnot, you should be able to stream to your Instagram account. All right, let's do a couple more here and then get into the announcements for tonight. Wrestle Chat Podcast says, hey guys, love these Q&As, very helpful. Awesome, happy to hear that, Wrestle Chat. I wanted to see if you have a date for incorporation of .mov files. I don't have a specific date for you, but it is a high priority for us to not just MOV, but to support other files in general with the alpha channel, because we know there's a lot of cool use cases there for transitions and whatnot. So I can say that we plan on doing it, but I don't have a specific date for you. Trent says, will AI clips eventually allow us to choose the sections of our recording that we'd like to clip? You want to take that one, Dan?
Yeah, I actually wanted to ask a follow-up question for this one. So we do have the option. I'm guessing you know this, but if not, let me know. We do have the option to just create your own clips. So we have a basic editor where you can just click into there and kind of choose whatever section you want and clip that. So I'm just curious what exactly you'd want where the AI clips would choose specific sections. Like, is this basically something where it's like you're clipping stuff, but then AI is kind of helping you out? Is it something where you'd want to kind of narrow it down which parts the AI clips is looking at? Let me know. I'd love to know a bit more info on that. Because AI clips is basically, the whole purpose is to just make it where you don't really have to do anything manually. It will just try and find clips for you.
Cool. And thanks for the follow-up. Mad Mumsy says it would be a pre-recorded webinar. Yes, registration option in post, recurring pre-recorded to send people from an ad to enter the email and watch. Okay, super helpful, Mad Mumsy. Appreciate the details there. Metal says, hope 4K development is coming along. It is, specifically for local recordings. It is coming soon, so stay tuned on that. All right, I know there's tons of other questions here, but we'll get back to them in a second because I want to make sure we have time for the feature announcement for tonight, which we're pretty excited about. And that is our AI thumbnail generator. One thing that we definitely have heard a lot, especially from new folks, is just like how time consuming it can sometimes be to come up with a thumbnail for your live show. So we wanted to make something for folks that were looking for something quick and easy that still looked solid, something for them. So this is actually live now, and it's available on all plans. And I think Dan is going to do a bit of a demo walking us through how it works.
I am. Let's go. Live demo. All right, everyone, let me pull this up. Okay, so when you go to create a stream, now a lot of you, I'm sure, already create your own thumbnails and maybe have a whole process for it or have someone that works with you that does it. And obviously you can keep doing that. You can keep uploading thumbnails. But for anyone that just wants something very easy, just like click a few buttons and you have a pretty decent thumbnail. Here's what the new experience looks like. So you go to create a stream, do live stream. We'll go to Facebook. So let's maybe call our show live show 123. Add a description. And then when you schedule, you have the option, as you always have, to upload your own thumbnail, or you can create one. So we'll create that here. So now I've got this modal where I can actually create a custom thumbnail. Now there's a number of settings in here. So first off, you can see there's just kind of a default thumbnail for me, which is actually better than nothing. Like you could literally just use this. It just has the name of the show and that's it. If I wanted to add the start time, I could do that. I wanted to maybe change the color. Let's do like maybe a slightly darker blue or something. Very easy to do. You can just make any color I want. By default, it'll just grab whatever your brand color is. So a lot of stuff is kind of just automated to make this easy. And then you'll see there's a bunch of layouts. So there's a bunch of different options we could choose here. So there's a few where you don't even need a picture or anything. Right? Like these are pretty just basic versions with just the text. But maybe I'll get rid of that. Can also, a really common use case with thumbnails is I want to have a picture of myself, either just me normally or maybe me doing something. So by default, we just already have a bunch of your images from the destinations you have. So in this case, I'll use my YouTube destination, and that just saves me from having to upload anything. So here's my YouTube destination picture. We'll remove the background automatically. If I wanted to get rid of that, I can, but we'll keep that. So now I've got a picture of myself. If maybe, say, Geige was going to be the guest on my show, and I don't have a picture of Geige here, I can just upload a picture. So I've got a picture of, like, Geige would just send me a picture so that I can have it on my computer. If I want to crop this a bit, just optimize it. Perfect. So now I've got both Geige and I in this upcoming thumbnail. Could even change the order if I wanted to. So if I wanted to maybe have me in front of Geige, switch the order, and then I can start to play around with some of these layouts. Maybe I don't like this one. Maybe I want to go with slightly different layout. And then whenever I'm ready, just apply, and I'm ready to create a show with that thumbnail. So super, super simple. You don't have to use it if you already have a way of doing thumbnails, but if you want to just have some super, super basic way to create a thumbnail, this is a much easier way to do it than pretty much anything else I've ever seen.
Awesome. So yeah, if any of you folks have any questions, definitely let us know. We're really excited about it, especially for just making things easier, especially for folks that are new or maybe even existing users that just want something sweet and simple to get a thumbnail going.
Yep, and it saves a lot of your settings too. So if maybe like you're like us and you have a show where you have the same thing every week, like the Ask StreamYard show episode 273, it'll save all the pictures you've previously uploaded. So if you just want to have a very similar thumbnail and maybe just change the number or something, it takes 5 seconds to create that thumbnail, which is pretty convenient.
Sheree says, "Is this really live?" It is indeed live, Sheree. It is.
Yep.
It's live.
Yeah, and this one's available on all plans. Yeah, it's already rolled out to everyone.
Awesome. It looks like folks are pretty excited. Yeah, if there's any questions, definitely let us know. The Gray Pill podcast says, "Can you use this for the free version?" Yes, it's available on all versions.
Yep, it is. For anyone that doesn't already know this, with StreamYard, we only allow you to upload thumbnails when you're scheduling it. And it's basically creating a thumbnail as part of the scheduled post. So if you're just doing a YouTube video that's unscheduled, you actually can't upload a thumbnail on StreamYard. Maybe we'd consider changing that. But it's basically for any scheduled live streams. And we do, in general, recommend scheduling your shows. And you can usually get more views that way. So if you're not already scheduling, I probably would. And that's another reason to do it is you can use this tool.
Hey, Don, I'm sorry we missed your question. I actually don't see the original question. So if you could repeat it, that would be great. But there are a lot of questions. So I know sometimes like you can't tell because we stream on multiple places. And so you just see the questions in one platform, but we do try to get to all of them. But I can't actually see the original. So if you can repeat it, that'd be great.
Yeah, I'm scanning to try and find it here.
Awesome, Leo. Super happy to hear that. Awesome, Jeremy. Glad that you were able to try it out. That's fantastic.
Cool.
All right, let's see what else we had here. Metal says, "Can AI improve my looks?" So we don't have that for the thumbnail generator, but we do have the touch up filter within the studio, so you can actually use like the it can soften, I guess, the features in the studio itself.
Yeah, we could maybe add a touch-up filter or something. Yeah, right now it's just remove background. And actually, one thing I didn't even show is we do have the option to outline the images. I still have it open if we want to.
Sure.
I think I have it open. Yeah, I'll just show that really quick. It's kind of a cool option. So there's this outline option at the bottom here. If you click that, it'll just outline the images, which gives it kind of a nice look. You just see the difference there. Yeah, I just find a lot of thumbnails will tend to do that.
Yeah, cool.
Nice kind of professional look to it. But yeah, no touch up at the moment.
Awesome. Don, I see your question was about having an integration with Truth Social. I'm not super familiar with Truth Social, like the way that we generally go about integrations with platforms is we try to keep it to a small selection of like sort of the biggest platforms with the most demand, which is why, we added Instagram, obviously, when it became available. So depending on the demand for a particular platform, we're always open to that. And for smaller platforms, the recommendation is like you can always use RTMP, right? You can always use RTMP to go live to a particular platform that isn't directly supported. All right, maybe let's do one or two more here, and then also want to do a refresher on the AI clips. Roberto says, "Hey, Roberto, hope you're doing well. Can StreamYard introduce its own analytics that gives us our combined streaming data, but also a breakdown comparing platforms? Would be a huge feature update." Yeah, it's a great idea, Roberto, and definitely something that we've considered and will continue to consider. One thing that we've sort of always thought about or like gone sort of back and forth on is like how much we should try to do on StreamYard versus like leveraging some of the great stuff that is already available on some of the individual platforms like YouTube and Facebook. But we definitely want to do more with analytics in general. So it's a good suggestion. Augusto says, "Thanks for the great tool, AI Clip Generator, but it's not available for Spanish language. When will it be available?" Yes, we do want to add support for more languages, but I don't know. Do we have any thoughts or estimates, Dan, on when we might explore more languages?
I'm not sure on that one yet. We are slowly rolling out transcriptions. So for anyone who didn't see a while ago, we added transcriptions to the editor where you can basically, first of all, download transcriptions on the Pro plan, but also just see the transcriptions in the editor. And it kind of just helps you edit, basically, easier to find stuff, for example. But that was only available in English, and we've rolled that out to a few more languages now, and then it'll be coming out to, I believe it was just Spanish and Portuguese for now, but it'll be coming out to even more languages pretty soon, and then AI clips will kind of follow that. So no date yet, but we are working on it. And probably Spanish and Portuguese will come next.
Let's do one more here and then get into a refresher of AI clips for those that missed it. Marianne says, "When will vertical layout customization be available?" You have any thoughts on that one, Dan?
I'm not sure yet. Yeah, we don't have a specific date for that. So for anyone who's wondering what Marion means, we added an option, I think it was January, early January, for portrait streaming or vertical layout, mostly for Instagram, but really you could stream anywhere with that. But we don't have custom layouts. So if you use StreamYard's custom layouts where you can kind of move videos around, we don't have that for portrait streaming. We are planning to add it. I don't know when it will be here, but hopefully relatively soon. But we are planning to add it. It's not something that we're not doing it anymore or anything like that.
So one more quick one here. AI clips and Japanese language support. We would eventually like to support as many languages as possible. So I think it will probably roughly follow the order we've done with transcription. So Spanish and Portuguese will likely come first, but we'd like to support as many as we can.
Yep.
I've seen a couple questions here about call-in options. Jamie said, can you please add a call-in option? I want to be able to keep the audio on, but change cameras independent of the audio. Yeah, definitely something we're open to, Jamie. The most common way that I've seen folks address this now, the most popular way I've seen is with some kind of audio interface, like the Rodecaster is a popular solution where folks will actually have a phone plugged directly into that audio interface and just have phones call or have people call into that phone number. And then that audio interface goes directly into StreamYard. So it's a pretty slick way to sort of do a call-in show using hardware itself. But I know some folks also want the ability to do it in the studio too. So something we're open to. All right. In case anyone, we've already talked quite a bit about it, but for those of you that weren't here last week, we announced AI clips, which we're really excited about. The whole idea being is, we spend so much time making these awesome recordings and streams and podcasts. We want to make it easier for you to take those, recording streams, podcasts, and make them go even further after the fact with repurposing and the ability to easily pick out the best parts and post them to platforms like Shorts and Reels and TikTok. And that's what AI clips are all about, is making it easy to sort of identify some of those good clips and save you some time from having to go through the whole thing yourself. We have a video walking through it that I'll play here. Anything to add to that, Dan, before I play the video?
No, I don't think so.
All right, let's roll the video from Dana here. I think this one. Yeah, here we go.
Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. Today we're launching AI Clips. AI Clips will automatically generate a 1-minute clip perfect for repurposing. Depending on the type of content, we'll automatically generate up to 5 clips for you. Use these clips to post to Instagram Reels, TikTok, or YouTube Shorts. Make the most out of your live stream content by repurposing it. To generate an AI clip, head to the library on a recent recording. You'll see a new section called AI Clips and hit Generate. Give the AI some time to process, then you'll see the list of generated clips. You can view them, download them, or post them straight to Instagram Reels, TikTok, or YouTube Shorts. All of these clips include captions, so there's no need for you to manually add them later. You can't edit our clips yet, but this is coming soon. In addition to generating the AI clip, we also recommend a title you can use, but you can edit this if you'd like. This version of AI clips only supports interview style formats, but we plan on adding a lot of other formats coming soon. AI clips are available on all paid plans. Generate your first AI clip today. Happy repurposing!
Awesome. So last week when we announced it, I don't think it was fully rolled out yet, but now all paid users should have access to AI clips, right, Dan?
Yep. Yeah, that rolled out probably 4 days ago.
Cool. So yeah, if any of you had a chance to actually use them or try them out, definitely let us know. It's just the first version. We're going to continue improving it, adding support for additional languages and making it better and better. So the more feedback we can get from all of you in terms of like what you'd like to see improved or changed or what you're enjoying is super helpful for us. But awesome to have that out now.
Yep. Yeah, it's very much a first version, so there's lots of improvements coming to that.
All right, let's see what we have here. Mad Mumsy says, I asked Teachable if they can integrate integrate for you with their new community for our schools. They have a Zoom one, it seems. This is also where I'm wanting to share my streams to my membership. Yeah, absolutely. Mad Mumsy course, using, I assume you mean StreamYard on air. So yeah, using on air when it comes to like memberships and for courses makes a ton of sense. So yeah, I know we did actually chat with them a while ago briefly. We'll have to revisit that. Because yeah, we definitely want to make it easy for course creators to do sort of like private webinars and live streams for their sort of cohorts and subscribers.
Cool.
Let's see what else we had here. Jamel says, I'll be at NAB show this year. Will StreamYard be present? I don't believe we'll have a booth at NAB, but we were talking about just being there as a team and potentially meeting up with some folks. So we might be there, like have a presence there, but not have an actual booth. I'll have to double check. But awesome that you're going, Jamel. Should we go ahead and start queuing up the giveaway for tonight, Dan? While I do some more questions here.
I'm on it.
Let's see. Albert says, can the AI portion of AI clips allow you to include in the YT description as an example? I don't know if I fully understand the question, Albert. If you could maybe give a little bit more detail. Do you understand, Dan?
I guess first off, just to confirm, are you referring to the AI clips or AI thumbnails?
Oh, yeah,
At first, I was
be.
thinking it was thumbnails and including the description there. But for clips,
I mean, right now it's kind of what you see is what you get for this first version, right? So the AI, the system will try to come up with the best clips it can, but there's not really any additional input beyond the show that you did, right? You can't at this point say like, hey, I want something that's more focused on this point or that point, maybe in the future, but right now it just makes its best attempt, and you can decide if you want to use those clips.
Yeah, and like Dana mentioned in the video, AI clips is pretty optimized for kind of an interview style format with multiple people talking, but we'll get it better for basically all kinds of content pretty soon.
Absolutely. All right. I think given the number of entries, many folks are already familiar, but we always do a giveaway towards the end of these shows. To be eligible, all you have to do is type in hashtag the yard. And tonight we'll give away a StreamYard pillow and a StreamYard sweater. And if you're ever interested in running a giveaway like this yourself, we actually made this tool publicly available at StreamYard.com/giveaway. And you can run it exactly how Dan and I are running it. You can even choose your own keyword. And there's a video walking you through exactly how to do it. But yeah, we'll give you maybe 10 seconds or so to get in your hashtag the yards.
Cool.
Awesome, Trey. Glad that you're excited for it. Awesome. Let's go. So with Joanne, I'll be curious what you think.
Yep. And even if like you try it and it doesn't give you a ton of clips, I would give it a go again in a month or so. Like it's going to be improving pretty quickly.
Yeah,
we're going to be tricky with AI to kind of nail it and get it right on the first try. So we'll be basically improving it over time. But it should be pretty good. Like I showed the town hall last week and it did very well with that type of content.
Awesome. Let me do one more here and then we'll go ahead and run it. Turnbuckle says, any updates on StreamYard support for TikTok besides using RTMP? No updates, Turnbuckle. Same thing. As soon as TikTok like has an API or the ability for us to more smoothly integrate with it beyond RTMP, we absolutely will support it. But right now, RTMP is the only option.
Yep.
All right, should we go ahead and run it?
Let's run it.
All right.
And sorry, what are we giving away? I want to show the pictures on screen here.
A StreamYard pillow and a StreamYard sweater.
Cool.
That's the pillow. There we go.
Good luck, everyone.
I'm going to trouble pronouncing Eugenia. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. Congrats, and thanks so much for hanging out with us tonight. If you could send an email to contact@StreamYard.com, the team can work with you to get your address and get you your brand new StreamYard pillow and StreamYard sweater shipped on over. But yeah, awesome. Congrats again.
And for anyone that doesn't want to wait to get merch on the town hall, you can just go to store.streamyard.com. We have merch that we sell basically at the same price it costs us to create it. But it is fun to win it in a giveaway.
Yeah, for sure. All right. And with that, this was episode 272 273 of the StreamYard Live Town Hall. Where's my thumbnail here? Thank you all so much for hanging out with us. It's always a pleasure getting the chance to hear your feedback and spend time with all of you. I know we had a ton of awesome questions tonight. We didn't get the chance to get to all of them, but Dan and I always go through all of them after the fact. So still appreciate you leaving them, and hopefully we'll get to them next time. But we'll see you next week at the same time, Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific.
Perfect. See you next week, everyone.